Well,
Hey, Hoot.
we're
This is
back.
Nanny.
We're back. I got my fancy
There
shades
you
on.
go.
Look at
That's
that.
your new
Don't I
ones.
look distinguished?
That is your new ones. You did good.
So, hey, we kind of match. Look,
We
I pull
do.
this shirt out. Look at
We
you.
do. We
Look at
do. We
that.
do. Look at us.
We're almost cousins.
Look at us.
We could be kissing cousins. I don't think that's appropriate.
I don't want to kiss my
Yeah.
cousins.
Okay.
So, what you
I don't
have
blame
to
you.
say there?
Well, I'm excited that we got to meet the young man who put
Sorry, y'all.
4 new songs on Friendless Band YouTube. I had 4 fully produced songs. I had Honky Tonk Cinderella, Miss Vivian, Peg Winders did one of my songs called Must Be Love, and then our buddy Spence did Funky Banjo, but I didn't know how to get them off the thing,
Yeah.
off the email and messenger.
We're not technical.
We're not technical, but this kid,
Whiz.
was a whiz kid, and I'd befriended him a year or so ago, and we were reacquainted not day before yesterday. He said, "Oh yeah, I can do that." Creedine, when you were on your way here, he spent less than 5 minutes. I mean, he
For all
knew
3 songs.
4 songs.
Wow.
He knew the app.
Galini and Hoot.
Oh, I'm sorry. he knew the app that he needed to bypass this and to bypass that, and and he just I mean he showed me things on this phone that's like, hey, I didn't even know that phone would do all that stuff.
He's 25. Brilliant.
Yeah, and he makes us look a little, maybe a little
We don't know.
not so adept at electronic stuff, but
Uh,
but he was willing to help, and he anyway.
he
So
knows his stuff.
that was exciting to get those on there. So thanks to you, I got 20 or 30 songs or 30 or 40 songs on there now.
Yeah, but anybody can do that, Hoot. And you can upload. Anybody can do that. I just happen to be the lucky one. But Hoot's gonna start doing some.
I
Said
am.
he said he can do a bunch of them in 2 days. He said he can do 30 songs in 2 days. Stay tuned, everybody.
Well,
Game
well,
on.
well, here's
Comments are welcome.
here's what I said.
Be kind.
Here's what I said. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Be you, be kind.
It's
Be
backwards.
you, be kind. Be you, be kind.
Oh, but-
Anyway, so all I said was my goal in 2024, because I got 100 songs and I got probably half that many more to finish, and ideas for works in progress. So I said, I'm going to fall over dead one of these days, and these songs are going to be lost for perpetuity, and my kids are going to be cussing me at my graveside, not having anything to fight over with my. So I said, well, to be a good steward and to not be slothful, I need to get them on my phone and email them out there and get them here, there, and yonder. Well, I met this pretty little girl, and 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 I'm thinking, dang man, I would like to coerce her into spending some time with me.
We need to get her back so we can get some more music uploaded. Where is she? You know who you are if you're out there.
So I've been trying to get that one to show up. I even sent her a text the other day. I said, if you see that other one, please tell her I miss her very much, and to call me. Well, it ain't working, but it is working, or it is working, but it ain't working.
That's a good topic. Let's talk about relationships. Hoot and Nanny's philosophy on counseling. We counsel ourselves because we don't have any clients. I mean, I wouldn't go to us. I mean,
Well,
so Hoot, if you were going to give any relationship advice, if you could tell people struggling, what would you tell them if it was one thing? I know that's hard. That kind of puts you on the spot.
Nah, I can,
Does anything come?
oh yeah, I can wade right through that. Let me think.
Yeah,
Well, maybe
that's tough. I think.
well, here's the deal. You gotta have open
Sorry,
communication.
Yeah.
You want me to help do that?
Okay, I think I'm good now. Look, I got my
Okay.
hand rested. Okay.
Okay. You got to have open communication. You would think as many things as I had texted you and emailed you over the past 3 or 4 days.
It was good information.
Yeah, well,
It wasn't our information.
I should have read it and comprehended it. That's what I should have done.
I bet you did. I read everything.
I did. Yeah, I did. I read it, but I haven't.
We don't apply it. But we both read it. We're quick studies. We just don't apply the knowledge. So back to helping others. Those, what is it? What's your philosophy? Those who can't do teach.
Yeah,
and neither one of us can do.
If you
so
can't
we're
do
going to
teach,
attempt to
that's
teach.
right. Well, but the neat thing about our messed up relationship,
shipwreck,
shipwreck, yeah, is the fact that we know we're messed up, and we know that we don't want to be messed up. We see light at the end of the tunnel, and some days it's a train, and some days it's 2 or 3 trains. But at least we want to try, because that's our objective, and we're supposed to.
What are we trying to, like, jump in front of the train on the tracks?
Yeah.
Or
no, I'm trying to push you in front of it, and I'm just crawl under it while it runs over you. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. Bad joke. I like that ring. I like your nails. Those are beautiful.
Thank you.
Those are beautiful.
Did y'all hear that? Hoot wants to push me under a train. Anyway, so let's try to have some good relationship advice. Communication. Communication
that's
station.
key. Well, we're supposed to represent Christ, but
we don't.
Yeah, we
do for other people.
We fail in that pretty miserably. But then again, so do all of y'all.
I doubt if y'all. I think we take the prize. I doubt if there's any of you worse off than us. True story. I mean, is that fact? I mean, he might know some. I don't know anybody. My people aren't like that, but he thinks he knows some. I never have. Never.
Well, the
how we talk to each other, what we say, what we do, what we don't say, what we don't do. But he thinks he knows people that are worse off than us.
Yeah, well, I hate to say worse off than us, but I'm talking tied for
well, what's your wording?
A dead second. You know, I mean, I won't put us at the bottom of the stack compared to some that we know.
I hate that.
And they're I do too, but they need counseling from experienced people like us, because we speak their language. We know what it's like to be walk around with attitudes and to be mad, and to not necessarily represent Christ, and not necessarily, we're supposed to put others' interests ahead of our own. And good grief, I struggle with that, you know, and I don't want to. I want to.
Well, tell them, as of recent, you changed it. Tell them what you used to have on your guitar case. Tell them the sticker.
Well, I'll tell you why I put it on. I always wanted the sticker to put on my guitar case, because I had a nice Takamine guitar, and the guitar case was Oscar Schmidt, and that's like a kind of a low end thing. I said, I'm going to put some sticker over Oscar Schmidt. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, but I mean, it could have been any sticker, but tell them what you chose, what sticker you chose.
Well, I just found it. I wasn't looking for that particular sticker, but it says it's all about me. And I put that sticker on my guitar case, and it's, you know, some people were saying, well, that's kind of arrogant, you know, it's all about you, but...
Some people were saying that it was kind of arrogant. Note to self, if it's supposed to be about the other person, and you're supposed to put someone else's needs before your own, it's never all about you. Tell him where it is now. He did actually take that sticker off his guitar case after, gosh, how many years?
3 or 4 or 5.
3 or 4 or 5 years. But it didn't disappear. Tell him where it showed up.
Well, it showed up on my refrigerator, and I can tell you why that is.
Your eating habits. Got it.
Yeah, it was like, I'm thinking, in this, if y'all will not be judgmental about me putting that sticker, even having that sticker, I said I actually just put it on top of the refrigerator because still had stickum left on it. And I said, you know what? I said we're all trying to eat better and do better in make healthier choices, and we're the only ones responsible for our health. I mean, we can't.
No, that's true,
We
but
can't.
you thought it was funny, Who?
Yeah,
Tell them the
well,
truth.
I did, but it's still on my refrigerator. But every time I look at it, I'm going, okay, what I want to take out of this refrigerator is going to make me healthy and make me have
Whoppers and chips.
those on the counter.
All right.
Have quality of life as opposed to quantity. We can all live a long time, but if you can't even get up and walk around, that's not quality of life. And I'm
If you're in the wrong relationship, you pray for an early death.
yeah, that's.
We've got something to look forward to.
Is that PREY or PR?
Yes. Yes.
Well, this is I think if you like to ask me specific questions, I'll do my best to answer. I don't want to.
Will you hold the camera for a minute?
Sure.
My arm's hurting. Maybe from that side. Oh, that's not working because we see your hand.
Oh, okay.
Well,
here,
the one I
can
asked
I can
specifically was, what's your relationship advice, Hoot? Your hand's all in it. No, stop touching it. No, stop touching it.
Well, communication, and you have to realize that your differences can be your strengths in a relationship, and your similarities are maybe a weakness that you have to really really work through, and even sometime on eggshells, and sometime like land a minefield, because things that normal
All right.
things,
Landmine.
things that normally trigger one couple might not trigger the other one at all, simply because there's just different temperaments. And the scripture comes to mind: we're all to be fitly joined together as Christ is the chief cornerstone. And it's like I struggle trying to be that living stone fitly joined together, and I don't want it to be like that. But it doesn't change the fact that I struggle with, as Paul said, wanting to do what's right, but not doing it. And I hate that, and especially when you hurt people that you care about, and there's miscommunication and misunderstanding, and it's just an ongoing process of how to repair past hurts, and to basically help our significant others be overcomers, and it's easy to say all this, but it's so much more difficult to do it, especially if it's a new relationship, or especially if it's a something that's got a lot of baggage and weathered a bunch of storms. And I know for a fact that those are difficult obstacles to overcome. But there's hope, and there is a reason for so many things that may seem like can't be explained, or inexplicable, I think is the word A.N.A. Trail would use in our English class. But the fact that you're constantly reaching out, trying to not persuade or trying to cajole, but just trying to understand, and to share your heart and your feelings and your emotions with others. And that's not just relationship. That's not just boyfriend girlfriend. That's family members, siblings, jobs, bosses, and it's tough. And if it was easy, there would be no divorces. If it was easy, there would be no marriage counseling. And it's not easy. and you youngsters out there who think you're gonna prove to the world about your wedded bliss and your joyous uh, hopes and dreams of being in a perfect relationship, you can do better. You can do so much better than a lot of people, but don't think you're not going to have some issues to contend with, because you are. In the hand, I've talked to so many people that didn't have, that were basically said that their mom and daddy never raised their voices, didn't do anything, just it was wedded bliss for 60 something years. Somebody told me that they their dad got married when he was 15. The His grandma was 14 when she married his grandpa. That wasn't his dad, his grandpa. This is my neighbors next door. Neat story. And she died at I think she lived to be like 90s, late 90s, and whenever he realized that she died, he actually saw her, a visitation. Now this is a doctor telling me this, okay?
Right, don't.
The visitation, and the doctor told the family, he said, I really don't expect Grandpa to be around much longer, because he's really grieving over losing his wife. And a few days later, he died too. And that's not an uncommon thing for people to. Anyway, I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm just saying it's like relationships are supposed to last, and not only supposed to last a lifetime, but can I won't say easily last a lifetime, but I mean, she was 14, he was 15, and they were married for 80 something years, something wild and crazy, and that's so sweet to me. It's makes you want to have renewed hope and determination and renewed vigor, and when you do find that significant other, man, lock on to her and try to convince her to do YouTube channels and radio podcast and come to your house and remodel it. I haven't had her splitting any firewood yet, but that's like, I'm thinking that's might be pushing it. But anyway, she's anyway, when you find that one, do your best to hang on, because it's tough. It's tough.
Yes, it is.
So can we change the subject?
We can. You want to ask me anything about
Yeah,
relationship?
I do.
But or we can just leave it at that.
No,
we have Hoot's philosophy. That's all we need.
No, I want to hear yours. I'm scared to hear it. I've been hearing it for 2 or 3 hours already. Go for it, honey.
I've heard it for 14 months.
Okay.
I, per usual, have nothing to say. Hoot has said it all. So next topic, Hoot.
Well,
you choose, as always.
Well, what does a oh, here you go. Here's what does a and I know all women are different, but what do you look for in a man, the man of your dreams?
Well, number one, I want to be a Christian. That's the only hope anybody has, if you get 2 Christians together. And now the statistics are we're right with the world now. It used to be divorce was a lower rate in the Christian community. Now, matter of fact, I think the last I heard is the Christian population is higher than
the divorce rate.
Yeah,
it's sad.
Yes, it's terribly sad that we have the tools and we don't use them. So I don't know, but definitely, if there is any hope, I definitely think that it should be 2 Christians trying. What do you look for in a woman?
Well, the somebody who will help you with the YouTube channel.
Well, that sounds about right.
And somebody who will tolerate your insanity and your sanguine temperament that's not serious at times when it should be, and that's that goes back to understanding differences and strengths, and understanding that, hey, you gotta, none of us are the same. So as long as your eyes wide open going into a relationship, and relationships and the stuff that I've been reading this week is, or this past week is like, they they're not tailor made. You don't, and I like what this guy had to say. They're not uh, it's not the perfect person out there. It's not to say that some are not more perfect for you than others, but it's the fact that you got to grow the relationship. You got to build it, whatever it takes. It's work, and if you're willing to put in the work, God, there's nothing better, there's just really nothing better to have somebody that your soulmate, somebody you trust, somebody that's not gonna cheat on you, that's somebody that's not gonna just try to take your money, and just it's how incredibly wonderful is that, to find that person, and what kind of sweat equity, what kind of work are you willing to put into it for that kind of relationship. And if you're saying, oh well, relationships are a dime a dozen, bull crap. They're not a dime a dozen. In the ones that you think will work, that you thought would work, in couples that you see and say, well, they're going to be a great couple. And the next thing, they hadn't been together 6 months, and they hadn't been together a year, and they're going, this is not working. So, and don't judge other couples by your relationship simply because they seem to have it all together, and they very well might, but don't judge what God can do through you and your significant other based on what He's doing through with another couple, because that's not fair to your person, and that's not fair for you even to realize that it's just because they're doing great doesn't, and so much better than you, doesn't make your situation hopeless, because it's not hopeless. It just requires more work, more patience, fruits of the Spirit. Galatians 5, tell me some. Long suffering, patience, love, joy, kindness, peace, patience. Used to make my kids recite that to me every night.
Oh,
when I was talking them in.
That's cute.
I don't think it stuck with them.
That's
no.
cute.
Anyway, but they could do it. You hear that, Hannah? It's Galatians 5.
That's sweet.
So, yeah, well, it's like you said earlier. If you can't do, teach. I can't do the fruits of the Spirit, but I can darn sure at least try to encourage people to learn them and go from there. And anyway, so did I ramble enough on that little diatribe?
Well, sure, if you think you did. What do you think?
Well, no, I'm just trying to remain relevant in the Hoot Nanny arena, and quitters never win. That's
They do not.
That's what I would tell.
And winners never quit.
That's right. And once you reach that conclusion, you're going, well, what's and one of my buddies, and I told him that I was in a relationship butting heads. I'll mention this too. And he said, I have one question. I said, what? He said, are you better off with her or without her? And I didn't hesitate. I said, oh, with her, no doubt, And he said, well, then do what you can to make it work. And I'm thinking, darn it, it seems so easy. And really, if you strip away all the fictitious phoniness and keep the prince of darkness out of the mix, and put Christ as the center of it. And for those of you who don't receive that, that's not my problem. That's y'all's problem. The it's a win-win. It's a win-win. And so, there's so many blended families and divorces, and somebody's got their kids and somebody's trying to raise somebody else's kids, and that's what divorce brings, and that's not good. But those of you that are in that situation, it's so much easier to love your own child than someone else's child. But you need to understand that going into a relationship, and I speak with authority on that because I'm real childish myself. I thought that was funny.
That's cute. That's cute. I don't think it's easy, Hoot. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. I don't. Supposedly we have the game plan. We have the Bible, and you seek God with everything in you. And I don't think it's easy at all. And if I had any of the answers, I'd do it. No, I think it's the hardest thing ever.
Well, but
because I don't know what to do.
The risk reward is what.
But I don't know what to do to make a relationship work. There's not, you plug in A, B, and C, and then D's going to be the outcome. Nobody knows. It's trial and error, and we're doing plenty of error. I just, I don't.
Well, in that same vein, from a different perspective, it was like, what is the desired outcome? Whatever it takes to get there. What's the objective down?
Peace. It's
down
always peace. That's the one thing I know. I know the objective, but nobody knows how to attain it. We sure don't. And
we most certainly do.
Exactly. And like all these other people, everybody, usually like in public, you put up a good front. Oh, everything's great, wonderful, couldn't be better. And you don't know behind the scenes. No, nobody's doing a good job,
Well, except us.
We are. We're doing a great job.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely communicating. Now we
some days.
We take a week or two off occasionally, but it's in the communication. Even the communication this morning, it's been intense. It's been intense because we're still trying to figure each other out, and it's like,
how long does it take?
That's hey, if I could answer that, I could go buy a lottery ticket with the right number. But it goes back to it takes forever. You get
leaning
right,
out of the
I'm sorry.
frame.
It takes forever. It never ends because there's in some days your sweetheart, woman of your dreams, love of your life will be having a bad day and hurt your feelings umpteen times in the same day. Well, what do? Pack your bags and leave?
You hurt her feelings right back.
Well, yeah, that's my policy.
Totally. And you tell her, I lied. You're not the woman of my dreams. And then it's like you call them on the carpet and say, I told you that the first time you said it. I called you out.
Well, I'm thankful for hope, and I'm thankful for faith, and I'm thankful for second chances and third chances and fourth chances. I'm thankful for the concept of love. Actually, the fact that I was coming across Rayburn Dam years ago, and it was this. You want me to help you hold it?
Oh, I got it. Okay, thank you there.
And there was a big beautiful tree down on the riverside of the dam, a big hardwood tree. I don't know if it's sweet gum or what it was, but I passed through there a bunch of times. We were moving from Hemphill to the river thing, and all of a sudden I come through and there's this big gigantic beautiful tree with beautiful foliage, fall foliage. And I'm going, wow, man. And it's like I felt the Holy Spirit saying, I'm saying that's a beautiful tree, and I'm thanking God for the beauty of the tree. And I felt the Holy Spirit prompting me, say, it's not the beauty of the tree, it's the fact that you're able to behold it as beautiful. That's That's what's incredible. The fact that you can see something that you can even perceive it as beautiful, and and that's anything, or rock, or a pet, or whatever. And it's like, how much more so than a relationship that you can see a woman as beautiful, not because she's Miss America looks and all that, but because you see all the neat, good things about her, and that you can behold her as beautiful, and as opposed to like a robot or something. That goes, oh, another, another individual, just walk on by, But when you can see somebody and go, and I'm not talking about physical beauty. I'm talking about inner workings of her heart, and the fact that your relationship is the inner workings of what she brings out in you. And I'm going, that's the thing of beauty. So anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, but I'm just trying to.
That's good. Yes, that's where we get beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Good point.
You know.
Good point. Yeah, and it's like I never considered the fact that just because I got to see a tree as beautiful, that it was relevant, But then it dawned on me and said that is neat that we can see something as beautiful. It's neat that I can see you as beautiful, and not physically, but spiritually. And
I know, that's sweet. That's Hoot's always go-to move. He's never thought of me like that. He's always seen my inner beauty, But
yeah, but
he wants to know that he looks wonderful. Anybody, and of course females, y'all know out there, but male, female, or child wants to at least believe that the person that's with them thinks they're the best looking thing on the planet. And in their eyes, they should be.
Right.
But Hoot's always made sure that he keeps me on the low rung on that. He wants to keep me in my place.
No, that's
he
not.
always
no,
has.
I know. Well,
wants
let
to
me
definitely
tell you
make
why
sure.
that is.
Definitely.
Let me tell you why that is. You ready? Let this sink in. Let this sink in. The reason I say that is because there are a whole lot of people that are ugly as sin that don't need to be. They need to understand that there's beauty in there. It just doesn't have to be.
So I guess he's telling me that I'm ugly as sin because that's what he wanted to bring to the table for y'all to hear, because he's always told me that. So I don't know, y'all. We definitely want comments. Please send your comments. This is Hoot. I'm Nanny.
Well,
that's
you cut me off.
No, I'm definitely not. Nobody's cut you off, Hoot. You've talked the whole time, and we're going to listen some more.
Okay, well that's good. Now let me finish my comment about the
lenient, so they can get
about the physical beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beauty's got nothing to do with physical. No, that's not your case. You're freaking gorgeous.
It doesn't matter, Hoot. I called you out on it, so you're on film and you want to say that. It doesn't matter whether you think that or not. I said, whoever you're with, if you want your relationship to work, male or female, you better at least believe that who you're with thinks you're the best thing since sliced bread. Mm-hmm. Look-wise,
right.
Mind-wise, soul-wise, talent-wise.
Yeah, but you're still missing the point. Completely missing the point.
I always have.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, that's one of our, miscommunication. I rarely understand what he means, and he rarely understands what I mean.
It's miscommunication. But all I'm saying is, when I say, and I repeated it 2 or 3 times just now, I said, beauty is not about physical beauty, because that's not your case.
Because it fades.
No. I don't think so. But all I'm saying is, if somebody's listening to this about relationships, and they're and he's talking about seeing something as beautiful, or somebody's beautiful, and they're not beautiful.
But he might think so.
I know.
That's why it's beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Well, but the point.
But the two people that are together, male or female, like, you want to think you look good. You definitely want to think you look good, because you care, you try, you put your hats on and your glasses and all. Everybody wants to look and feel their best, but everyone on this planet wants to believe that their loved one, the one that they've chosen to be by their side, thinks that they look good.
But you're still missing the point.
I'm not. I don't think I'm missing the point, Hoot. I mean, I'm sure there's people that are going to agree with you, and I think there's a lot of people that are going to agree with me. Whoever you're with, if they're not making you feel like you believe that they believe that you're the best thing that God's put here, you're with the wrong person, whether that's male or female.
Right. You're still missing the point.
And looks do matter because we see first visually. You never saw anyone's personality across a crowded room. Never.
I've heard that comment.
Never.
But here's my point. Here's my point. I'm just the point I was making, and I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. I'm not. It's all true. And whoever your significant other is, they need to know that they are your incredible treasure to them.
In every way.
That's right. In every way.
Like I said, look, soul,
right,
mind.
Right. But it's the poor person on the sidewalk, homeless, and having issues, that's trying to resolve a relationship issue, and they're listening to me say, "Oh, it's behold, it is beautiful." It's like she probably never had anybody tell her she was beautiful.
We don't know that. Just because you're homeless doesn't mean you can't be attractive.
I understand that. I fully
Male
understand.
or female.
I fully understand that. The point I'm making is that instead of emphasizing the beauty, the physical beauty, emphasize the spiritual beauty in that way the person who's not beautiful doesn't feel like they're missing something, because they're not missing something. And you're certainly not missing the beautiful aspect of it,
But none of that matters. We're talking about homeless people now. All my point is whoever you're with should make you feel like you're the most handsome person on the planet, or the most beautiful person on the planet.
I agree.
Because of those two people in the relationship, not what anybody else on the planet thinks, because you shouldn't care. Your only caring should be about, what am I to her? Does she think I'm the best thing that's since sliced bread, and vice versa? It's not about anybody but those two people, God and those two people. But if you're not being fulfilled from your partner, with how you look, how you feel, what you bring to the table with talent, with mind power, you're with the wrong person.
That's right. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. And don't and those that might hear any of this, that don't feel like that they're being respected, and that they're being judged on their looks or their lack of looks, or lack of anything.
Or their talent.
Yeah.
Or their station in life.
Yeah, anything.
Or their income or whatever.
That's right.
We're supposed to build up and not tear down. The Bible calls us edifiers. To build up, encourage. And my gosh, you're supposed to be at one in confidants. You shouldn't be enemies. You should not be enemies. If who you've chosen to walk by your side is not lifting you up and encouraging you, or tearing you down, you need to forget walk, run as fast as you can to the nearest exit.
I agree 100%.
Because there's too many people out there that will encourage you and will lift you up, and they're dying to. They're desperately seeking someone they can love and nurture and encourage and respect and everything that goes into it. They're out there. Keep looking.
One of the things that I sent this week or last week was the I think it was the lyrics to a real popular song, and I don't have access to my phone. So
you said a bunch, but
I'll find it. But it was,
what is it? Something the freight train. Gonna crawl on the wall and die.
Oh no, that's Marshall Tucker. Gonna jump off the mountain.
Yeah, that one was very encouraging.
Yeah. Well, it was
gonna crawl on the wall and die. Man, that's a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, but this is a
Don't Be Cruel.
Elvis. I sent that. But this was so profound. What he was saying it wasn't a song, but it was the words of a popular real hit song, and it was You know, that singer songwriter might have been narrating it, and he was basically saying, hey, if we can't resolve it, if it's actually this is the end of the road for our relationship, then what he was saying, I'm not. She was dumping him, and she said, I'm not reaching out, or he was saying, I'm not reaching out to you to uh, discuss my pain. I'm reaching out to you to, or just letting you know that I've resigned myself to the fact that you don't think we're good for each other. Yeah,
Irreconcilable
and that you
differences.
and that you want to walk, and it's like he. Oh God, I wish I'd taken notes. I mean, I could find
Well,
it on my phone, but he said, and you triggered it when you said this a while ago. What he said was, you that he who's getting dumped deserved to go find somebody who
loves him.
cherishes, who wants his love. Yeah,
Absolutely. I
and it's
said that
like, and
earlier.
I'm going like, wow, man. And it's like, so those of y'all that are getting dumped or in the process of feeling like it's hopeless, and you can't wing it, and understand there's somebody out there that deserves all the love you have to give. But you got to be real with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. It's like you can't just go along to get along, or just not try to change, and not try to put their interests ahead of yours, and that's everything from going to buying your favorite shotgun or buying a bass boat, and she's working two jobs to help you take care of the bills. That's a prescription for disaster, to say the least. But anyway, so that's I'm just trying. I'm just want to encourage everybody. I'm trying to encourage you. I'm trying to encourage me that it's like
Right.
that. It's to be such one big old pain in the butt. It's a the end result, once you reach the point of overcoming, and realize that I love everything about this person, in not that person's perfect, but the fact that you're willing to overlook the imperfections. And I'm just reminded of the song, all your curves and imperfections, all your
All of me loves all of
right.
you. Good song.
Yeah. So I think we danced on the side of the road to that song, didn't
We
we?
did.
Did we?
And in Dallas.
And in Dallas, that was intense.
It was
And
intense.
then we heard it at Martin Dice Park,
Yeah, we did.
and I said,
So,
we're stopping and dancing on the side
yeah.
of
Who did?
the.
He sure did.
I wish it would come on my phone right now.
That was
I would
awesome.
stop.
It was awesome. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I forgot I had done that, but it's like I would do it again in a heartbeat. So surprise your lady folk. Go, if you got squirrels eating your camellia bushes, shoot them and make you a coat, and pick her some flowers. Even let her have the coat. She wants
You gotta lean in.
a fur
Who,
coat.
not
I'm
out.
sorry. Well, I got coffee breath, and I'm just trying to. I'm trying to. If I get too close to you, I'm gonna
How
start
close do you want to get to?
close as.
Show me how close you want to get to me.
Closer than that.
All right, everybody. Hurting people hurt people, right?
Amen, sister.
Right. And we're believing that all things are possible with God. We know that's true. All things, depending on how much work you want to put in. And we believe that y'all will work it all out. But if you so choose to go the other route, remember, be healed, or you'll go get another situation just like you got out of.
Right.
You'll keep getting them. Life is funny like that, right? You will have the same lesson come to you over and over and over until you learn it.
That's very
correct?
true. Yeah, and I believe it or not, I mean, I've had two failed marriages. Thank God. No, I shouldn't say it like that.
No.
but
Who doesn't mean that?
yeah,
You love those people at the time,
yeah, well,
or
yeah,
you wouldn't have married
right.
them.
Well, that's true. So, but the point being there is that I don't know. Your kiss just made me. I lost all my.
No. What about
I lost
hurting
them.
people? Or lesson will keep coming, keep coming.
Yeah. Well, it's like people, and this is, I won't name names, but this is local folks, and I knew they were going through a divorce, and I said, don't do that. I said, don't do that. I said, you're busting up your kids' family. I said, this is what's going to happen. I mean, I was sitting there at breakfast one day with them. I said, I mean, it was intense, and I said, all you're going to do if you go through it, you're going to go find somebody else just like him. And guess what? She did. Looked just like him. Same alcoholic drinking problem, just like him. Same, and I'm not proud that I wasn't being prophetic. I'm just saying that's what the comment that you made. It's like if you don't resolve those issues, you're it's going to keep coming back to bite you on the on the dagnabbit. You said I can't use profanity, but I can say dagnabbit.
Well,
it'll bite you right on the dagnabbit. And so all you young guys out there trying to show your dagnabbit and be macho, don't do that. Represent Christ and don't look at any of my counseling because I'm abject failure in so many regards, but it's like I still see the prize. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it ain't a train. And if it was, I'd just attack the train for you. I mean, I would go karate chop that sucker off the track.
That's why I love him.
Ow!
Why you love me, Hoot?
Why I love you is because you brought me neat Christmas decorations. You got my house full of stuff. You notice I still got the Christmas tree? Like, I'm not taking those lights down. No. I love you because I can't stop. It's like we both tried to stop and it just ain't working. But we see the objective. We see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm going, man, and when my buddy asked the question, you better off with her or without her? Oh, with her. Well, then go fix it,
But you didn't hesitate. That's what surprised me. Who told me about that encounter. That's been a while back. And at the time, I was surprised that he didn't have to at least think about it before he answered the question. And he said
Oh, I didn't. It was not even a question. It was like, oh, I mean, it kind of stunned me.
I bet.
That I didn't even ponder. I didn't ponder it a bit. I said, oh, no. In on a brighter note, okay, we and y'all can see how Hoot met Nanny on our YouTube, and I'm determined to make a Hoot and Nanny channel with our stuff and not all my goofy songs, but she loves my songs and it's like but she's Hoot and Nanny. If she ain't with me, there ain't no Hoot and Nanny. I'm gonna do like the Marshall Tucker. I'm gonna climb up on the mountain, jump off. Ain't nobody gonna. No. There's no mountains around here, but the Sandy Creek Bridge is right across the street. And don't think I won't take a face plant right into some of the big old rocks.
Speaking of, we have another video, Hoot and Nanny under the bridge.
Oh yeah,
I think that might have been our first one. Anyway, it was one of the earlier ones. But Hoot and Nanny under the bridge, y'all.
That's again that little walking bridge over there by the
vintage.
Yeah, when y'all are walking at the park, y'all go, those two idiots were under the bridge videoing each other, just bantering back and forth, and
our spot.
And they're still speaking to one another. It's difficult as it is. So
tell them one more positive thing, Hoot, and I'll do the same, and we'll tell y'all.
We'll let y'all up for air. Well, first thing I want to do is kiss your hand. Hold on.
That's good advice. Who could ever hate that? We might have to go sooner than we thought.
the
I want to tell them mine.
Okay.
That's okay.
Sure.
Don't stop having fun.
Yeehaw.
Don't stop having fun.
Cut up like a new pair of scissors, but better than that, cut up like a new pair of pinking shears. Because they really cut up. and your counsel to me yesterday was, let's be kind to each other. And it's like, if it's going to get animated and if it's going to be, just say, hey, I got an idea. Let's be kind to each other.
We don't do it.
Well,
but we know it's in there. We're trying.
Yeah, we've kind of fell off that wagon today, simply because I was trying to put my interests. I was trying to put my interests ahead of hers, and that's not right.
He didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to.
I don't always interpret Hoot correctly, and I'm sure he doesn't me, but lots of times things he says or does, and when I say how I interpreted it, he's like, that's not what I meant at all.
And I'm being truthful.
Right.
So here's what y'all don't know. We were at the Beaumont thrift store the other day. I'm looking at her shirt and her beautiful attire, and how we actually matched today.
Oh yeah, we did.
We actually matched today.
Show them. Take your shoe off, Hoot.
No, I'm not gonna take it off. I'm gonna.
Oh, look, y'all. Muscadine. Look at all. His shoes match his shirt, y'all. And that ladies, y'all will appreciate that. And gentlemen, I know y'all will too, but the ladies especially. And Hoot likes to dress sharp. Hoot loves him some shoes.
Every girl crazy about a sharp dressed man. Well, except Creedine, because she doesn't. She's.
I am.
No, I know you are, sweetheart.
Only one man though.
Yeah.
Make sure every girl's crazy about their sharp dressed man, right?
And if he ain't sharp dressed enough for you,
dress him.
Sharpen him up. Hey, trust me. I've been in the thrift store with her, and she ain't too proud to go thrifting. I mean, as a matter of fact,
it. It's a treasure hunt.
Yeah, she's.
I love it.
I mean, we came home. I'm going, where'd she go? And she's over there in the floor with piles of stuff, rolling them tight like a Bull Durham cigarette. She's rolling them suckers just tight.
Tell them why. Why?
Because you got a fill a bag for $5. I mean,
what we got?
We got what, 32 items. I got a yeah, and then I'm walking by and there's a microphone stand they let me have for $7, and it was like a $50-something microphone. As a matter of fact, there it is in the corner.
Look, y'all. So, but it's just fun, and you thrifters out there, maybe we'll do a thrifting video sometime, maybe on one of our little jaunts.
Right. Guess where we are? 52 minutes.
We're at 52. You gotta go, huh?
No. I'm just saying 52 is my number, and 25 is your number.
Mirror image, that's another thing. We know y'all couldn't live without hearing it, but that was there's a lot of uncanny stuff about Hoot and I, or Ben and Creedine, but Hoot's number was always 52, and mine was always 25, and they're mirror images.
So what were some of your 25s? Just something you always...
just always my whole life. I love 2s and 5s. My birthday's 25.
Okay.
But I've always liked the shape of 2s and 5s. That was always my thing. Like, just to, I guess, write them or look at them. Right. I was always drawn to 2s and 5s. What about yours? Why did you like 52?
Well, this is for a family channel. I was conceived in 1952. My number in basketball in high school was 52. I went out on a shipwreck project and found the Japanese cargo submarine, the I-52. I was out at the old church building years ago, and I think it was Ike or Rita, whichever hurricane it was. They had piles all along 2799, and I woke up one morning and I walked outside, and there was a gigantic 5-2 painted in the middle of FM 2799 pointing right at my old house.
That's wild.
And it was 52 of the hundreds and something of piles they had for the mark. Mine was 52. Yeah. No, and there's more. I mean, it blew your mind. Anyway, so
that's wild.
So when I told her about my number's 52, and she said my number's 25. I'm going. So
That's wild.
so I'm trying to persuade her that maybe if I can get mentally and financially stable, which ain't happened in 71 years. Yeah, kind of a little bit maybe.
It works for Hoot.
Yes.
It works for him. He thrives on it.
So maybe
on
somewhere in the year 25, maybe 5'2", May 2nd of 25, be 5'2", 2'5". And I've already given her a surprise wedding at the little church out in the country, and she just
only Hoot could do that.
I cast it in a. I never cast it except in my email the other day. I told you I was giving you a surprise wedding, but I told you that I threw you a surprise. I said, who else has ever thrown you a surprise wedding?
Oh boy!
Threw you a surprise wedding.
Only Hoot. Only Hoot could.
But it's just because I love you, and it's like.
I've never doubted that you love me, Hoot. Have you ever doubted that I love you?
Not really. Well, maybe a time or two, but
Well, but that's honest.
I know, but in my heart, I said I know she. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I know she loves me. I know she does. She can. I don't care what all she said about me. I know she loves me because she can't. And lo and behold, here we go.
Yeah.
Back in the saddle again.
That's true. For some reason, Hoot and I don't know, we've tried to let go, huh? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
We both been terrible to each other. We both tried to let go, and we both apologized many times, and sincerely.
Mm-hmm.
But neither one of us have ever been able to let go. There's a reason for that.
Well,
it's a God thing.
It's yeah, it is. I agree. May I say something kind of
Please.
off the it's the reason we haven't been able to let go is several rolls of duct tape that we bought to keep each other.
Don't talk. There's a reason for duct tape.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
No, tell them tape. Tell them tape. Duct tape.
Oh, I'll tell you more than that. I will.
No, duct tape.
No, I'm gonna go get tape. But anyway, I'll do that in just a second. But we're still not at an hour yet, so we're get there.
Almost there.
But if y'all go to Friendless Man YouTube, which is going to become Hoot Nanny YouTube, or both.
But it's all there.
I know. If you go to
Friendless Man.
I know, but Friendless Man YouTube. But I'm trying to specific song, which was, "Oh Brother."
I'm in trouble.
Oh brother, I'm in trouble. No. Oh Lord, she makes it hard to even think about another girl. It's just not the craziest song you've ever heard. And then the last verse is, "Oh brother, I'm in trouble." She's screaming at the door with a very, very, very loud shout. I was scheming. She was screaming until I finally got up and let her out. So that's how I've kept her thus far. I won't let her out.
I want Hoot to make one of like a new song of "I'll never have to cheat because of your multiple personalities. I'm with a new woman every day."
Yeah.
I've got a harem with just one woman. You men can relate. It's that female gene.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, God made y'all. I don't understand.
It's because we're a double X chromosome.
Okay.
Double X makes you crazy. At least y'all are grounded with Y. Y'all are XY. We're XX. You got to have some diversion in there. You're crazy. It's the female gene.
Well,
and ladies, y'all know I'm telling the truth.
And I tell you, other guys something. When the poor ladies start reaching midlife, whatever that is,
different for each one.
Yeah, they go through changes that you deal with. You roll up your sleeves and you deal with it, and you love them in spite of it. And sooner or later, they may. It's
when you get a workshop outside and you do a lot of woodwork. And you learn how to weld. You know, outside repairs.
So,
Oh, honey.
amen.
We gotta tell him bye, Hoot.
Okay, bye, Hoot. Up 59, 52.
Okay, well, I guess. Oh, was it? Okay, are we gone?
Yeah, no, we're 2 seconds.
Okay, ready?
1 second.
Countdown. Okay.
1 hour. God bless y'all.
God bless y'all. Bye.
Merry Christmas. We love y'all.